On the city in crisis. Next Monday could be a key day that may drive Detroit into bankruptcy. A court hearing is set on a lawsuit that could block the plans of Detroit's emergency manager, even the governor. 7 Action News reporter Jim Kurtzner shows us the suit involves Detroit city workers and retirees who are trying to protect their pensions.
They live here in Detroit, but they filed these 2 lawsuits up in Lansing to prevent their pensions from being cut.
I'm not going to get in the middle of litigation. I mean, there's many lawsuits that have been filed that most likely will be filed. That's an unfortunate part of our, situation in many respects. We typically win most of them.
Here are the 2 lawsuits, Webster and Thomas, and the other, Flowers, Wells, Whitson, Washington, and Goldman, both versus the governor and the state. They contend their public pensions are protected by the Michigan Constitution and cannot be cut.
If push comes to shove, he'll take that action when he thinks it's appropriate, not necessarily to any court deadline.
I understand, but I mean, is that hanging over his head?
100%.
Talks last week between the emergency managers' teams and reps from the 2 Detroit employee pension systems did not come to an agreement to avoid bankruptcy. $3.5 billion in pension underfunding is at stake. More talks could be scheduled this week by the emergency manager. The power to cut pensions shifts back to his favor by going into bankruptcy, and he can stop the 2 lawsuits by filing before the hearing next Monday.
I think Kevin's assessing that right now. He's trying to determine where he wants to be and when he wants to do it. He doesn't want to do it on anyone else's timetable, of course.
A Detroit bankruptcy filing could actually happen, get this, Sunday night online before the court hearing in Lansing on Monday. In downtown, Jim Kurtzner, 7 Action News.
And speaking of timetables, Kevin Orr would like to be in and out of Chapter 9 bankruptcy if that is the case. By the time his tenure ends, rather than the fall of next year, Detroit's deficit stands at $18 billion.